In this video, we will discuss what bank reconciliation is and its purpose. Usually, we record bank-related transactions like cash deposit or withdrawals or any check issued to a supplier and so on as and when they occur. Most of the times, we are aware of such transactions. But there could be some transactions which may take place from the bank's end that we are not aware of. For example, a bank may charge bank charges, or we may have received any interest on the deposits which we are not aware of until we verify the bank statement or the passbook. Such unknown transactions leads to difference in bank balance as per bank records and according to our accounting records. For example, when I check my bank ledger in Tally, it shows that I have a bank balance of rupees 10,000. And what happens is that bank charge has been incurred and I am not aware about it. So for example, the bank charge of 1000 rupees is incurred, then my balance should be 9000 rupees. So upon looking at the bank statement, I find that now my bank balance is rupees 9000. And in order to reflect true position of my bank balance, I need to add bank charge information in Tally. And this entire process of matching entries between bank statement and our accounting records is known as bank reconciliation. So you can read the last line which is on your screen in order to better understand what bank reconciliation is. So the objective of bank reconciliation is that we ensure that the bank balance which is reported in bank statement and the bank balance according to our accounting reports should be same. Alright, let me now show you how do we perform bank reconciliation in Tally. At the gateway of Tally, select the option Banking. Then select the option Bank Reconciliation. And then you would be displayed with a list of bank ledgers, and you need to select any one of the ledger whose entries you want to reconcile. And right now for this company I have created only one bank ledger, and if you would have created more than one bank ledger, then those ledgers would be displayed over here to select. So right now I will select this bank ledger which is for SBI account. The screen for bank reconciliation will appear, and first and foremost thing that you need to do is to specify the period by pressing the F2 key. So you need to specify the period whose entries you want to reconcile. So I want to reconcile entries for the month of August, so I will select that period. So upon selecting the period, you would be displayed with all the bank related entries for the given period. So over here you can see that for the month of August there are two bank related entries. One is a cash deposit entry and another is a check payment to a creditor. So according to our records, the bank balance was increased by rupees 25,000 and decreased by rupees 5,000, and Tally assumes that these amounts are not reflected in bank. So you can see over here the amounts 25,000 and 5,000 are not reflected in bank according to Tally. So until we reconcile these entries with the bank entries, the amount figures over here would be displayed. And the bank balance according to our record is rupees 20,000. That's because we deposited rupees 25,000, out of which 5,000 was paid to a supplier, so we are left with rupees 20,000. And now let's check our bank statement and see what is the balance according to it. So here is the bank statement for the month of August. So according to this statement, the balance in our account is rupees 19,500. Which is 500 rupees less than the balance according to our records. So why is there a difference of rupees 500? Upon checking the statement, I can see that a bank charge of rupees 500 has been incurred and it is not recorded in our books. Now in order to reflect true bank balance according to our records, we need to start the reconciliation process. Now in order to reconcile the entries, all you need to do is to enter the bank date in this field over here, and by bank date I mean the date of entry which is in the statement. So for this entry, for the cash deposit, the bank date is 1st of August 2019. So to reconcile this entry, I need to enter the bank date over here and press the enter key. So as soon as we start reconciling an entry, those amounts would start reflecting in bank account according to Tally. So now Tally is understanding that the amount of rupees 25,000 has been deposited in the bank account. Now let's check the second entry in the bank statement. So according to the statement, a bank charge has been incurred for rupees 500 on 5th of August 2019, and as far as I know, we did not record this entry in Tally. So in order to record this entry, you need to pass a payment voucher entry. So to pass an entry from bank reconciliation screen, press Alt C, which is shortcut for create voucher over here. So I will press the Alt C shortcut key, and Tally will prompt me to save this reconciliation before exiting. So I will press the letter Y. So right now I am at the payment voucher creation, and since I want to record bank charge, so this would be the appropriate voucher, which is the payment voucher. So assume that I am recording this entry on 10th of August 2019, and I will debit the bank charge for rupees 500 and credit the bank account for rupees 500. And let me specify the transaction type as others, because it is not a check payment nor a electronic payment. So I will save these details and accept the payment creation screen. Alright, so once you record that entry, it will be then showed in the bank reconciliation statement for the given period. Now we will have to reconcile this entry with the bank date, which is 5th of August 2019, and press the enter key. Okay, so we are getting a warning message that bank date cannot be lower than instrument date. So in order to avoid such situation, you need to change a setting. So press the F12 key and change the option allow backdated reconciliation to yes. So by changing this option to yes, it will allow bank dates which are lower than that of the transaction recording date in Tally, and change the option show reconcile transactions to yes, so that it can display all those transactions which are reconciled, and press Ctrl A. And now let's reconcile this entry again, 5th of August 2019. So now it is accepting the reconciliation. Alright, so now there is one more entry left which needs to be reconciled. So the bank date for this entry is 12th of August 2019. So here we can see that we issued the check on 4th of August, and the supplier may have deposited it at a later date. So the date over here is greater than the date on which we have issued the check. So we need to enter this date in the bank date field. So let me enter the date as 12th of August 2019 and press the enter key. Alright, so now you can see that there are no amounts which are not reflected in bank, and balance as per company books and balance as per bank statement is same. So when we arrive at the same amount figures, we can understand that we have successfully reconciled all the entries, and press Ctrl A to save this reconciliation. So what we did here was manual bank reconciliation. In Tally we can also perform a reconciliation in automatic manner, which is referred as auto bank reconciliation, and in the next video I will show you how to auto reconcile bank statement.